What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Chris, the YouTube Critic, and we are back with another video. Today, we are talking about my Dallas Cowboys. Yes, my lowly, loathing Dallas Cowboys. And we're going to talk about how I think everybody is missing what's going on here, the greater picture. I was outside doing my yard yesterday, and I was sitting back, and while I was doing my yard, I was thinking, so I'm trying to get some damn grass to grow out here, man. My yard looking like a desert for whatever reason. I had a lot of shade tree, but I got that trimmed out, so now we should get some grass out yonder. But anyway, I think we're kind of missing the bigger picture here. Okay, I think we are all pissed off. I'm pissed off. I'm super pissed. I'm tapped out on the season already. Like I'm representing Longhorns, and I'm not wearing no cowboy attire. Every time I look at it, it's just repulsive. And I can't deal with it. But I went back to the beginning. I said we need to go back to the root of where all this started. It started before free agency. This was before free agency, guys. This started with the whole Sean Payton, Mike McCarthy debacle. Um, and when the whole situation with Mike McCarthy was going down, that's where the root of this problem begins. Because I believe the bigger picture here is that the Cowboys is keeping the powder dry for the one, the only Sean Payton. So when Sean Payton comes here, there's no reason that he can't build the team the way he wants it with the players that he wants on the team, and he can kind of start from scratch. Right? Does that make sense? Sean Payton can come in here, start the team from scratch, build the players that he want to build, get the whole Jason Garrett effect. Get his guys. Get his guys in here, the players that he wants. And then he could build his team from there, from the ground up. So they clearing all the salary cap space. If they re-sign Gregory, cool. If they don't, they not tripping. They got DeMarcus Lawrence for 3 more years on a very, very team-friendly contract. What else? They just gonna roll with Dak. The offensive line, they don't really care. They're gonna probably get some in the draft, and start from scratch there. Try to come in with a decent offensive line for next year. Who else? I'm surprised they haven't gotten rid of Tyron Smith, but it probably wouldn't help any. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the cap situation with that. I haven't even heard anybody talk about it, to be honest. So I don't know. Maybe his money's guaranteed or something as well, like Zeke, and it would not help at all. But that would just be crippling the whole team at that point. You just blatantly, it's just too blatant at that point if they did something like that. Even though Tyron Smith's been hurt for the past few years now, consistently. So anyway, that's my thoughts on it, man. My thoughts is that all the reason why they so nonchalant and non-caring right now about this, and they got all these 1-year deals too. Factor that in as well. You got a bunch of 1-year deals. You got Stephen Jones doing whatever. We don't know what's going on with Jerry. Jerry, had his little medical incident, so we haven't heard nothing from Jerry. And we know Sean Payton is in the wings. Who knows what's going on? What kind of communication going on behind closed door? We have zero idea. What kind of plan has already been set going into this offseason, to this free agency or whatever? Once they had a talk with Sean Payton, and Sean Payton quit with the Saints, so they can go ahead and get ready for not this season but next season. They planning ahead. So we are not keeping up with the Joneses. Okay, that's gonna be the title of this video. Keeping up with the Joneses. They 2 steps, 3 steps, 5 steps a season ahead of us right now. They don't care about this season. This season they just gonna call it a wash. But they need to tread lightly and be careful, because what if Sean Payton ain't the answer? What if Sean Payton is not the answer for the Dallas Cowboys? Because we still have our front office who finds a way to screw something up, i.e. Stephen Jones. So anyway, that's all I have to say, man. Keeping up with the Joneses. They're a season ahead of us. They're not worried about this season. While we're crying about this season, they looking at keeping the powder dry for next season, for Sean Payton to do whatever he wants to do. He can bring in whoever he wants to bring in for next year's free agency. That's where we need to be looking. We need to be looking at next year's free agents that's coming out, because that's who the Dallas Cowboys are focused on for next year. Sean Payton is down somewhere writing in the notepads, breaking down his roster, how he wants it to look. And whatever we get this year, man, if we do win our division, that's just a blessing. But anyway, while everybody else growing, we gonna sit tight. I can tell you that they just gonna deal with the pressure. Good news, bad news. You know Jerry Jones' motto: bad news is good news. So, that's where we at, man. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for chiming in. I got a few more videos that I want to do on this and talk about the Cowboys anyway, because there's a lot to talk about. I just decided that I'll go ahead and start talking about it with you all, because I want to get my thoughts and opinions out there and see what y'all got to say about it, because, you know, I'm the only man in the house. Yeah. So y'all are who I can talk to and go back and forth with. So let me know what y'all thoughts are, and we'll go from there, man. I'll get back on the next video here in the next few hours or so, and we can talk about that as well, which will be about Dak Prescott probably. So yeah. All right, guys, I'm out. Peace.